You give me a vibe and a feeling like one I won't ever see again. This music, like I said, she won't heal it. Like one I won't ever see again. We blow the smoke.
Hello, my queens and kings. It's your girl Maroon, Nickei, back again, time and time again with another video. So I know you can see what's going on behind me. I am in Jamaica right now, but because I love y'all so much, I had to drop this video for y'all because we're trying to stay consistent, and consistency is key. Okay, so today I'll be talking to you about the things that I wish I knew before becoming a CEO, and hopefully this helps other females that are trying to become a CEO, especially if you're a female working in a male facility. If this is something that interests you, go ahead and stay tuned. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and do not forget to subscribe to your girl if you haven't already. Now, if you're new to my prison playlist, my corrections officer playlist and story times and experiences, go ahead and check that out. I will post that above. Get caught up because I'm not about to recap for y'all when you should have watched it already. Let's get straight into it because you know what I don't like to do, and that's what? Waste time. I have a list that I'm reading off of, which I never usually do, so don't mind me if you see me looking down, that's why. So number one, this is something that I had no idea about until I got there. But you need to understand what the Good Old Boys Club is, all right? The whole Good Old Boys concept, all of that shit is very real and still very relevant in the prison system, especially when you're a female CEO working in a male facility like myself. I'm also gonna post a screenshot of the definition verbatim, but pretty much summarize, guys can pretty much do things that are completely against the rules, pretty despicable, pretty disgusting, and they'll get like a slap on the wrist. They won't get in trouble. They're allowed to get away with that shit. You need to understand what that is, what's going on, and be able to identify when you're in this type of situation where they're doing what they're doing and they're not getting in trouble because of this. This is something that's really real. This is a man's world in that type of field of work. So understand that, and you have to keep that concept in mind when you move in the way you move as a female in this type of facility. And it's not something that's okay, but it's something that you have to understand is going on and be able to identify that for sure. Number two, especially for my females, like I said, working in a male facility, everybody's gonna think that you're fucking the inmates. Everyone's gonna think that, but that doesn't mean that you have to act like you are, okay? If you're not guilty of doing something, don't move like you are. You're allowed to talk to them. Don't make them feel like you're not allowed to talk to them. You also have to keep in mind that perception is reality. So the way they perceive it from the camera is what it is. They don't hear audio. Well, the facilities I've been to, they don't hear audio. How it looks on the camera is what it is. So if you too close with an inmate, you in rooms and rooms where it's not supervised and doing some weird shit like from the camera and how it looks, then yes, they're going to think that you're fucking the inmates, and then boom, you're under investigation and your job is at risk. You can still be a great employee, but you just have to remember how things look. You have to be able to keep your distance. Don't be sitting there talking way too long if you're not going to do that with everyone. Everything that you do with one inmate, you need to do with all of them. You need to be consistent all the way through so nobody can question your actions. Be like, oh, she talking to this person more than she talking. No, I do this with everybody. So get on board. Me personally, if you see me talking to one inmate for a long period of time, something has to really be going on. But I talk to most inmates for a long period of time, and I really be talking to them. If I remember one person's name, I remember all of them. I was in a facility with over 1,000 guys, and it was new guys coming in every time. And if I seen a new guy, I asked them their name, and I try to remember it, and I literally knew damn near every inmate in there. Okay, my attitude was the same. I'm respectful until you piss me off, then you're gonna meet a whole new bitch. I'm a sweetheart, I'm bubbly, I have a great spirit. That's me, that's consistent. Everybody knew what it was, but at the same time, even though I was all of that, my job always got done, and I did it above and beyond every single time. That's how it has to be when you're a female, especially working in a male facility where they think that all you're doing is fraternizing, bringing in drugs, bringing in all types of contraband, all things like that. You gotta be on your P's and Q's at all times. Number three, now ladies, I know they told y'all to wear a uniform size that's bigger, one size bigger, all that bullshit. I tried that and it didn't work for me. If you want to wear your size, wear your size. If you're fully figured, you're developed, you have a big bust or a big butt, it don't matter how big you make it, it's still gonna be there. Just wear your size. Don't be wearing nothing too tight or nothing like that, but wear your size, your actual size. And don't size up because it's mad uncomfortable. You don't feel comfortable within yourself. And when you're in a field like that, you have to feel comfortable within yourself, especially like when you're doing what you're doing, because a lot of people are going to be making you feel all over the place. As long as you feel comfortable within yourself, you're good. Most of the time when I was working there, I wore sports bras, because when you wear a regular bra, it's something about the uniform, everything jiggles. Okay, so they can see everything. It doesn't matter how clothed you are. So I used to wear compressions underneath. If it's wintertime, I was wearing a compression shirt and compression shorts. I wore compression shorts all throughout the year underneath my uniform. Also because the uniform be rubbing up against my thighs. I have big thighs and it irritates my skin. So I wear compressions, wear a sports bra to keep everything intact so that you're not jiggling, because when you start jiggling all types of stuff like that, the guys get a different idea and it's just a lot, and you get a lot of unnecessary, unwanted attention. So make sure that you keep everything tight and in place. Always wear compressions. I don't care, you'll get used to it. I have some Adidas or Nike compression shorts, goes a long way, or whatever y'all want to call it, Spanx, I don't give a fuck. Wear them, keep it together, keep it tight. Number 4, leave your feelings at the door. And I'm gonna say this again, leave your feelings, that should be number 1. Leave your feelings at the fucking door. Point blank, period. I don't care who feel what. If you know you can't handle what they're in there for, don't look up their charges. Yeah, it's your fault, because nobody told you to go do all that. If you can't separate what's going on in your world from what's going on in there, and you try taking your anger out on the inmates, that's not the field for you. Yes, I'm saying it. Nobody needs that emotional ass shit, because you wouldn't do it with your friends, you wouldn't do it with your partner, so don't do it at work. If you want to be in your feelings, go ahead and call out for me, baby, because you got to grow up. And now if they do something personally to you, if they do something directly to you, then by all means, do what you need to do. But if you coming because somebody made you mad from the day before and you want to start blacking and you can't think straight, don't even bother coming in. Don't even bother coming in, because the way you act could fuck up a whole day. You could literally be the ripple effect to mad problems, because your attitude rubs off on them. And if they have a bad attitude, next thing you know, they fighting. Next thing you know, you doing paperwork. It happened. Or you might fuck around and get cracked in your shit because you want to run your mouth when you know you didn't have to. Unnecessarily, because you wanted to be stank and stush. That's your fault. If you're feeling away, go ahead and meditate. Me personally, I meditate before I go to work. I have a routine. I meditate for like a couple minutes. But if I don't have time to meditate, I have a bomb ass playlist that I play every morning before I go to work. And every Sunday I used to play my gospel music, because the devil wasn't going to take me in there. Do what you got to do to make sure that you are high spirited, because that is such a negative emotional field of work. And then your emotions on top of it is not going to be good. So right now you're in your feelings about something. So whatever goes on in that type of, where you have to have tough skin, thick skin, you're not going to be able to take it and process it as you would when you're not feeling all emotional. It's going to trigger you. It's going to tip you off. It's going to set you off. And then it's just going to be a bad day. And Lord knows how far that could go. You're never going to have a bad day to come in there and be like, oh, yeah, my day got better. No. Unless you like me, where everything's fucking funny. But no. Separate your feelings. It is your job, your place of employment. This is not for you to be emotional. Point blank, period. The next one, I don't even know what number I'm on. Like I said already, be consistent. You have to be consistent. If you're gonna be nice on the first day, you have to be nice every day. If you're gonna be an asshole on the first day, you're gonna have to be an asshole every day. Because if you wishy-washy, it's not a good look. Be yourself. You can never go wrong with being yourself. They're just gonna have to get used to your personality. Me, I'm hot and cold, all right? But it's consistent that I'm hot and cold. Every day you gotta check my temperature, see where I'm at. But most of the time, I'm a sweetheart unless you do something and disrespect me in a way where we have a problem, and now it's World War III up in this bitch. Be consistent, be you. If you know this is the way you are, don't change it for nobody. Make it work in your favor. As long as you're doing what you need to do and you're abiding by the policy, however, who wanna feel what don't matter to you. That sounds like a personal problem, okay? Continue to be you at all times. I cannot stress that enough. Don't tolerate bullshit from nobody. Do not tolerate no bullshit from nobody. Cuss them out if you need to. Regulate them if you need to. This is the type of field of work where you can cuss somebody out and you don't have to worry about repercussions. Tell somebody about themselves if you need to. Don't let nobody have you feeling like you brewing in the corner mad, or you should address it. Address it by all means. Address it every time so they understand. You shouldn't have to address it more than once. For real, if you addressed it right. You don't have to keep doing it back and forth. They're gonna learn you over time. They're like kids. Inmates and officers, one and the same. They're gonna learn you, and they're gonna know, okay, I can't do this with her. If you handle it and nip that shit in the bud from the beginning, don't even drag that shit on. And that brings me to my next point. If you need to, put your staff on paper. I don't care what nobody say. You are a female working in a facility where these men think that they are high and mighty. Put their ass on paper if you need to. I waited till after my year because when you're in your probationary period, you are an at-will employee. So they could fire you for whatever reason they feel like, or they could really put fire up under your ass and it's not gonna be a good day for you. But once you get over your year mark, oh, it's playtime. It's playtime. If they wanna play with you, write their ass up. Me, I'm not afraid. I'm gonna address you first. I'm gonna tell you, stop doing that. I don't fuck with that. But if you feel like you above what I said, then I'm gonna put you on paper. You have to play the paper game, the paper trail. Once you let somebody know that this person has been doing something to you and you've spoken to them and now you're having to take it to the next step, whatever you do afterwards is free game. Because you let somebody know and nobody did anything and they put y'all in the same situation where y'all could cross paths or nobody did anything. Whatever you choose to do after that, HR should have handled that. And if they did it and if they failed to do right by you as an employee, whatever happens, if I'm not saying get physical or nothing, but if you cussing them out or you start getting really like angry and like letting them know about themselves, you have every right to do so because you told somebody and nobody did anything. So whatever happens after that is their problem. They need to fix that with themselves and tighten up in the HR department. Point blank, period. I had staff that was doing the most, talking down to me, literally targeting me, okay, because they had a personal problem with me. I addressed it one time. All right, you want to keep doing it? Okay, that's fine. I document everything down, every situation, every day, every time, and then I put you on paper. I report you, and then if you continue to do it afterward, I'm cussing you out from here, from Monday to Wednesday. Like, I'm cussing you out crazy. I'm embarrassing you. I'm doing all that. And nobody can say nothing to me because when HR be like, oh, no, because I told y'all and you didn't do anything about it. So now I had to do something about it. And they can't do shit. Don't say, oh yeah, I don't want to cause no problems, because if the roles were reversed, they would put you on paper. Don't ever think that they won't. Don't ever think that anybody has your back. Don't ever think you really have friends. They will write your ass up, throw you under the bus. They will do whatever they need to do to make sure their checks come rolling in because it's them versus you, and they not gonna lose what they got going on because they have a little bit of feeling. No, put them on paper. I'm sorry, write their asses up every single time. If they do some wild shit, let me be the one to tell you. And when they do that, they be like, oh yeah, I can't mess with her. I gotta be careful. Yeah, tread lightly I don't play like that. But I told you that, and obviously my words was falling on deaf ears. So now, being how you can't hear, you gotta read. Hopefully you can do that. Good luck. Anyway, y'all, that's all I have for right now. I might come with a part 2. I definitely am gonna do things that I wish I knew before doing the academy, and I'm gonna put y'all onto that as well. So don't forget to like this video, comment. Hopefully somebody found this helpful. And I will see you in my next video, y'all. So my queens and kings, you know what I want you to do, and that's what? Stay blessed and stay royal. And I'll see y'all again. Bye-bye.